Hello and welcome to another StarCraft 2 commentary with Pet. Today I'm going to present you the finals from CraftCup Lite number 30. On the upper side we have Beastyqt spawning as a blue Terran, and on the bottom side we have AiSeiplo spawning as the pink Protoss. Both players are awesome. For those who don't know, they are pretty popular players in Europe. I think Beastyqt won CraftCup several times. I'm not sure about AiSeiplo, but this is the second time AiSeiplo reaches the final, and actually this is the second time in a row he reaches the final. So as I've said, both players are awesome. I'm really excited to see what they are going to do. I haven't seen the matches. AiSeiplo is a player from Sweden, and from what I know he has 16 years, so he's a very young player. And Beastyqt is a player from Serbia, but unfortunately I don't have any other information on him. But I do have the information on the map. The current map is Selnaga Caverns, which is a very popular map, mainly because people seem to hate this map less than the others. So this is why we always see a lot of games on this map. The natural is a bit hard to defend, mainly because there is a big open space, and there are actually 4 spots you can get attacked from and harassed from. You have these 2 hallways, you have these rocks, which of course later you can get harassed from, and you also have this small backdoor where Terran players usually like to send a lot of blue Hellions to kill your probes or drones or SCVs. Now, back to the game. Beastyqt is opening classic, nothing interesting yet. Same thing for AiSeiplo, so we might see a macro game from both players. I'm curious what's going to happen. AiSeiplo, I think on CraftCup Lite number 29, had some awesome games where actually we thought he's going to lose to Rage Doubt, but he managed to win the game. You should really try to check to see the game from Metalopolis. Now on Beastyqt, I haven't seen him in like 1 week playing, so I'm curious what else he learned. But I know he was looking for a team. I'm not sure if he chosen a team yet or not. I don't see anything in his name yet. But we see him opening with a factory, so we might see a 1-1-1 opening. A lot of Terran players really like to do this and start harassing with the probe. With the Banshee, sorry, I've seen the probe and got distracted. Now we already have 1 Marine following the probe trying to kill the scout. QT doesn't have an SCV scouting anymore. And whoa, Macduff's was lagging again. Here we have AiSeiplo is opening with a gateway, cybernetics core and a robotics facility, so this is going to be a very early observer. By the way, this game was played on patch 1.2, so observers cost less. I've seen AiSeiplo open with 2 gates, gate cybernetics core, gate 10 on robotics facility, but seems now that he's chosen to go for an earlier observer, so there it is. We have the observer out. But also from Beastyqt we have that scouting Hellion. A lot of times after the factory is complete, you always build a Hellion, and after that you are going to start building the tech lab so you can swap the starport with the factory. Now Beastyqt chooses to just build the tech lab on the starport because the starport was a bit delayed. Then we have a Hellion on the base, and AiSeiplo chooses to attack. I think there were 3 or 4 pros, 4 kills on this Hellion, so this Hellion already paid for itself. Nice job. There was only 1 stalker on the field for AiSeiplo, and this observer, as you can see, is hanging around mainly to prepare for the incoming Banshee, but it seems that Beastyqt is going for a Raven. This is going to help lately, also to kill this observer. You don't really want to have an observer in your base seeing everything, but also if AiSeiplo is going to go for a lot of stalkers, you can just use that point defense drone that's going to neglect the stalker for some time while you shot a lot. And judging from the buildings, there we have another barrack. I think AiSeiplo is going to go with 2 tanks and a lot of marines push. Also, when this Raven is out, I think he's going to wait a bit for the second tank and for some energy on the Raven in order to use that point defense drone, which costs 100 energy. And there we see Beastyqt saw the observer and he's trying to kill it, but AiSeiplo, being very sneaky, he managed to save that observer. Now back to the Protoss base, we already see a robotics bay, so this is going to be a fast Colossus play. Whoa. This is usually players like to do some units and go to a fast Colossus is usually a 15 minutes unit, but now we are on 8 minutes and we are already seeing a robotics bay. Now I'm curious when they have the observer going to poke again. I'm curious when Beastyqt is going to attack. He already has that Banshee. I think he's going to wait for another Banshee, and oh, this is going to be a pretty deadly push when he's going to happen. Yep, he's going to attack while he's building the command center, so he will try to secure the command center. Come on, attack. Oh, what are you going to do? He's just scouting around, or he's going backdoor. This is a interesting choice, trying to avoid the Sernaga towers, and no, he's just scouting around with the whole army. Strange. Now we already have one Banshee on the way. I'm curious what the damager is going to be. He's going to search to see if there is a Nexus, but AiSeiplo is not planning to do Nexus very soon. But as we can see, there is one Colossus on the way, and he just started extended thermal lasses, which is the range upgrade for the Colossus. Usually the Colossus without the upgrade, it's pretty useless, mainly because it can get sniped. And ooh, the Banshee with 20, and the Banshee survives. Now Beastyqt seems to be very passive. He's now securing his expansion, already taking 2 guesses. He's already binding from the 2 guesses inside his base, and he continues to produce tanks and marines. I don't see any tech lab. He's just building another barrack, so he's not going to have steam. So this is a pretty interesting choice for him. I also don't see any bunkers. I think he's pretty safe. He knows this is the army of AiSeiplo. 69 food, while Beastyqt has 83 food, so Beastyqt is already in front. I'm not really sure why he's not attacking yet, but we'll have to wait and see. Now the orbital command is already done, and he already has SCVs mining. I think he scanned. Yep, here it is. He scanned. He sees that AiSeiplo is just starting his Nexus. I mean, the Nexus is almost complete, but he sees that. Oh, observer with 2 hit points. And I'm pretty amazed with AiSeiplo choice. I mean, this is a pretty small army, a very small army for the 12-minute mark in the game. There we have 2 more gateways. He continues to produce. Okay, he lost that observer and he's producing another one. And finally, he's mining from his own expansion, while Beastyqt is continuing to produce 1 tank and 1 Banshee, and another Banshee queued up. So he's... Oh, finally we are going to have tech labs, and we have combat shields on the way and steam pack. So I'm guessing he's going to attack when these 2 upgrades are finished. So, or he's going to attack now. Thinking around, these tanks are going to be pretty deadly, and there it is, a bunker. He's going to try to contain the Protoss player. Where he uses those Banshees to extend his range, so the tanks can just shoot at maximum range. There it is, a scan. He sees the army composition of AiSeiplo, and right now in the base, I think he's trying to contain until the steam pack will finish, or he's trying to lure the Protoss player into the attack. The tanks are doing awesome damage, and AiSeiplo is forced to retreat. He's going to lose 1 Colossus. 1 Colossus got down, and now he's retreating his nice points defense drone. 2-point defense drone over here, actually. So right now the Protoss player cannot engage, mainly because he has 6 Stalkers, and okay, 6 with this army composition. He can't engage into those tanks. Now Beastyqt is slowly pushing forward with the tanks. Let's see the attack. The pylon will go down, and he's trying to snipe some siege tanks. 1 siege tank got down. And there's the GG. He's not going to even bother with the attack. He knows that his army is pretty small. So this is a best of 3. This was the first game, so stay tuned for the second game. Thank you.